What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy with Upgrade Garage. Today's finally the day I'm going to get started on my aftermarket speaker system for the Cybertruck. I reached out to Harmonic. I went ahead and ordered the kit. The kit came in pieces because the tweeters they had to work on still because they want to make some tweaks, and then the subwoofers were a long time kind of backdated. So finally have everything here. Today's the day I'm going to go ahead and get started with the install. So I'm going to go ahead and rip out the back seat. I already got the seats up. I'm going to rip out the back seat, show you the process of that, and expose the subwoofers that are hidden. There's two underneath there. So I plan on basically weighing the old ones versus the new ones from Harmonic, because I'm assuming the Harmonic are going to have bigger magnets. In my history of dealing with bass and car audio, usually the bigger magnet, the deeper the bass. So yeah, we'll see. So I'm gonna go ahead and reset my equalizer on the truck to flat out everything except for subwoofers. They're gonna be up at 6. Now when I do the Harmonic, I'm probably not gonna go 6 because I'm sure they have to be broken in. My plan is to probably reach out to them before I do so and check with them to see if I can go ahead and push it to 6 right away, or do I need to let them break in, because I don't want to blow them or damage them. They're pretty expensive. With all that said, let's get to it. Phase 1's going to be the subwoofers, which are located underneath the rear seat. Not quite sure how to take this apart, so I'm gonna look at the guide, but I kind of already started based on other cars that I knew. So basically you pull the weather stripping off, then you get this detached, and then it's got these pins, I'm assuming on both sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. All right, well, that was a struggle. I went ahead and followed this guide that's on Tesla's website, last modified 2024 of October 30th, and according to it, it says, let me focus, remove the outermost push clips ×2 that attach the rear lower wall trim to the vehicle, pull the trim forward to release the inner clips. Well, depending on when your vehicle was manufactured, pay attention, because mine actually has 2 outer clips on both sides. So if you can see right there, there's 1, there's 2. So I was fighting with this thing, trying to figure out how to get it forward, but we're finally there. So I got the subwoofers finally exposed. Once I get these out, I'm gonna weigh them and weigh the new subs that I got from Harmonic and basically see if there's a difference. This is the piece that was covering the rear speakers. Let me go ahead and show you something. So this is what the back of mine are looking like. These clips actually stuck into the frame. I had to go ahead and pull them out because I wasn't expecting these clips to be in there, to be honest. My vehicle was manufactured in September 2024. And according to the manual, which hasn't been updated since a while, it's supposed to have these 2 type clips there instead of what I just showed you. So your mileage may vary. You may have something like this, or you may have something like what I showed you. Hopefully that helps you if you're following along and this is something you're doing to yourself, or you're doing for yourself, or this is something that you plan on doing. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. In the meantime, let me get back at it. All right, so what I went ahead and did is I created a new preset, because now Cybertruck has an update where you can create presets. So I don't want to mess with my default, which is vibe, or my vibe. So I created test. So the test preset is basically flat out everything. Subwoofer pretty much at the top. I'm not gonna turn the radio all the way up, I don't think. And I'm gonna go ahead and do an old trick that some of y'all may have seen, some of y'all may not have seen, but I got a cup of water. And if you remember the scene from Jurassic Park when the T-Rex was moving around, the water droplets kind of did like a ripple effect. subwoofers could do the same thing in your vehicle. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what the response is with the water before and after, as well as give you the audio before and after. This is a before video. I'll go ahead and bring the subwoofer pretty much max because these subwoofers are basically broken in. These are the factory Tesla subwoofers. I am going to be going ahead and swapping both of these out for the light harmonic. So we're going to go ahead and do a before and no cut. Let's go ahead and play.
Vivos. Vivos.
Went ahead and removed the 4 screws. For those of you who are wondering, it is a T25, I believe. Let me just confirm. Yeah, T25. So I recommend using a socket. It's going to be way easier for you. Here's the factory subwoofer. There's the back. There's the little magnet. And here's light harmonics, and you can see the back, bigger cage, bigger magnet. I can tell you immediately there's a weight difference. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is power on the scale, and we got the Tesla subwoofer coming in at 51.9 grams. So I'm gonna go ahead and tear that. Whoops. All right, and we can see this subwoofer is 1 pound, 7 ounces more than that subwoofer for a total of 667 grams more. But if I go ahead and tear it again and we just get an actual measurement, you'll see this sub comes in at 2 pound, 9 ounces, and the factory sub again comes in at 1 pound, 2 ounces. So drastic difference there. I'm gonna go ahead and install it. I reached out to light harmonic, like I said. I'm gonna see if I could go ahead and push these subs immediately to 6, but based on the weight, I really think like halfway of what I was doing before is probably gonna be equivalent to the factory sub, but I could be wrong. But I mean, very low profile, very simple, And the new one, you can see definitely a deeper profile. So let me go ahead and get this installed, and I'll get that one installed, and then I'll come back and check in. So I wanted to go ahead and tap in with you guys just to show you why I love Light Harmonic's design. They tap into the factory wiring with a direct plug, so there's no cutting, no splicing. Makes the process way easier. You will have a lot of excess wire compared to the factory, because the factory actually like taps in right at the top. I recommend maybe zip tying this somewhere so it doesn't rattle. Wrap it in some fabric or something, so I'm gonna get to that later on. Right now I got one sub in, so let me go ahead and get the other. There we have it. Two brand new Light Harmonic subwoofers, fully installed. Clean install. I'm gonna have to do something with that wire because I don't want it to be loose and rattling. I have to say, these things look good. They look real good. Let's see, is this an upgrade? I'm about to do the after test. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it neutral for now. I just want to see what the bass response is. We know what it was with the factory kind of cranked up to 6. So you can go ahead and see here, I do indeed have Light Harmonic subwoofers installed, both on the driver's side and the passenger side. So again, with no cuts, this is the Light Harmonic. And I'm gonna go ahead, keep everything flatline for now. I'm gonna increase the sub maybe a little bit, but let's see how it sounds. Go back to, I think I had it at 10 before, so we'll go to 10.
Libas. Libas.
I'm a little surprised. I mean, I expected the speakers to definitely hit harder, feel a little bit more in my back. By no means are they show-stopping or anything, but as you can see, based on the reverb of the subwoofer, the flex going up and down, the mirror vibrating, and the water simulation that I basically did, the subs are literally at flat 0. I'm gonna run these a little bit, like around 2, 3, kind of like break them in. I'm still waiting to hear from Light Harmonic. But with that being said, I'm happy with this setup. Once I get the door speakers in, then the mids will come into play. There'll be a little bit more bass notes down in the mids. And then the tweeters, they're gonna get upgraded as well. So I should have crisper highs. Light Harmonic honestly did their thing. Now, am I gonna say, go out there, spend your money right now, go buy the system? No. If you are happy with how your Cybertruck sound system sounds, then be happy. But I listen to a lot of R&B and rap. I know a lot of people listen to rock. They prefer a little bit deeper in the bass notes. The Cybertruck sound system, don't get me wrong, sounds great. I get compliments from my friends that have seen the truck and have rode in it so far. And I've done a similar upgrade to this in my Model Y. And I'm not gonna say it was night and day, but it is a big difference. So, if you have the money and you do want some deeper bass notes and you don't want to go spend an arm and a leg trying to get a 12-volt system to work in your truck because the Cybertruck is not built like a normal automobile, you can't just grab subwoofers off the shelf in a box, throw it back there. You're going to need batteries. You're going to need some way to keep the batteries charged. It's going to be a big ordeal. Not to mention it takes up space when you put boxes underneath the seat, depending on if you want that space or not. That all being said, would I regret purchasing these subs so far? No, not at all. It's exactly what I was looking for. I do have some rattles in the back because I do have the trim kind of loosened up. Just getting ready to upload this video. Thought I'd go ahead and show you some of the Tesla technology. For those curious, these are the actual specs for the subwoofer. So it is getting 80 watts from the factory amp, and it is a 4 ohm sub. These are the Light Harmonic that are also 4 ohms, excuse me. And if you look, it looks like it's a sealed enclosure, but what they've actually done is, in a way, kind of like a sealed ported, I guess you could say. So this basically, my understanding from what I read online, is it uses the subframe of the actual Cybertruck to carry the sound and use that volume for the subwoofer. Interesting concept. Never seen a vehicle do it like this before. Comment down below, have you seen any other manufacturers do this? And if so, let me know. Adding foam insulation to everywhere that touches basically the main body of the Cybertruck. So I just went to my local Lowe's, Home Depot, got some of this expandable foam weather seal. Nice thing about this is when you go to install it, areas where you need to compress, you can literally like press this down, get it where you want it, and then it'll just expand back up. So I'm hoping this takes care of the little bit of rattling that I discovered because these subwoofers are putting out more bass. So hopefully with the foam here, back there, everywhere where it touches the Cybertruck and the frame, this eliminates all the rattling. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this back installed, run back, play some audio, see if I still hear a rattle. Definitely an upgrade for me today. If you do plan on looking into the system or you have any questions, like I said, comment down below. If you want to, like the video. And while you're here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna do more Cybertruck tailored upgrades. I do have this illuminated Cybertruck logo that goes in the front. That's just got delivered, so once I get time from work and downtime, I'm gonna go ahead and get that installed. I have a video coming out for that. And this is only part 1 of the Light Harmonic series. There's gonna be 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 parts by the time I get to all the speakers. And yeah, so stay tuned. I can't wait to do the doors. I can't wait to do the rear doors. Can't wait to do the tweeters. And let's elevate the Cybertruck to my level. All right, I'll catch you in the next video.